Now, of course, moving on. Now, a big ruling from the Delhi High Court on matrimonial cruelty is what we're talking about. The court has made it clear a wife's pregnancy or a short-lived reconciliation cannot erase or excuse her earlier acts of cruelty towards the husband. A division bench of Justices Anil Khetrapal and Renu Bhatnagar ruled that cruelty has to be judged from the overall conduct of the parties, not from isolated incidents or brief patches of peace. In this case, the court found that the husband had suffered continuous mental and physical abuse, threats and prolonged denial of conjugal rights, and held that pregnancy does not wipe the slate clean. The bench emphasized past cruelty remains irrelevant. It remains relevant, no matter what happens later. And I have my colleague Sambhav Sharma joining me with more details. Sambhav, this is a very important ruling that's come out. What more can you tell us?
Absolutely, this matter was before the Delhi High Court, where Delhi High Court has held that wives related, in a way, allegations. First I will tell what the court has said. The Delhi High Court has said that cruelty must be judged from overall conduct, not brief reconciliation. And the Delhi High Court has said that the wife's cruelty cannot be excused just because she was pregnant. And the matter was before the two-judge bench of Justice Anil Khetrapal and Justice Renu Bhatnagar, where the two-judge bench has observed that the cruelty must be assessed from the overall conduct and not the isolated events. And also the two-judge bench of the Delhi High Court has said that the husband faced continuous abuse, threats and denial of cohabitation. And finally, the Delhi High Court said that pregnancy cannot be, cannot erase earlier acts of cruelty. So this was basically a divorce case where the court was considering this appeal against an order passed by the family court, whereby husband petition under the Hindu Marriage Act for dissolution of marriage on the ground of cruelty was dismissed. So earlier the lower court dismissed this petition, the family court dismissed this petition, and the Delhi High Court was hearing it. Here the Delhi High Court has held that the wife's related criminal allegations cannot restrict or outweigh the husband's consistent evidence of sustained cruelty.
You know, Sambhav, this is a very important ruling because this, of course, has come out in the favor of men. Initially, they were saying that, the laws only favor women. But this is, of course, a very important ruling when it comes to men and, the matrimonial cruelty that even perhaps a man can be subjected to. But what exactly, now, do you have any more details of the case? Because pregnancy, of course, was a point that was raised. Perhaps the woman got pregnant and then she said that, we're going to reconcile. So what are the other details that you can share with our viewers of this particular case?
Well, absolutely. Here, the court, two-judge bench, the division bench of the Delhi High Court, where Justice Anil Khetrapal and Justice Renu Bhatnagar had said that the occurrence of the pregnancy or temporary reconciliation cannot erase the antecedents of the act of cruelty. This is very important. And also in the detailed order, here the Delhi High Court has said that the occurrence of pregnancy or temporary reconciliation cannot erase the antecedents of the act of cruelty, particularly when the record demonstrates that respondent's abusive conduct, threats, denial of cohabitation persisted thereafter. And also the High Court has stated that the cruelty must be judged from the entirety of the circumstances and not from isolated episodes of reconciliation. So this is important here, what the two-judge bench of the Delhi High Court has noted. And also the observations made that while overturning the family court, in a way, the Delhi High Court has overturned the family court's decision granting divorce to the husband. So husband successfully got the divorce, wherein earlier the family court dismissed husband's petition, and here the Delhi High Court has said that wife's pregnancy can't erase her act of cruelty. So in a way, yes, there is a, a kind of these observations made by Delhi High Court are important, especially when it comes to the cases where wife is, accused of cruelty or acts of cruelty against husband. Here, the divorce has been granted on husband's petition by the Delhi High Court, while holding that wife's act of cruelty towards her husband cannot be condoned by taking into account her pregnancy. And this division bench of the Delhi High Court said that the occurrence of pregnancy or temporary reconciliation cannot erase the earlier acts of cruelty.